I'm Marco Galletti, an independent musician who has never received a Grammy nomination. After a background as an amateur progressive musician, since 2023, I've been working full-time on my music, attempting to directly manage all phases of the production side, from composition to final distribution. The episodes of this blog will be pre-released in the blog section of marcogalletti.net website. Although they will be in a VIP area, anyone can request access free of charge. 2 weeks after the initial release, the episodes will also be published on my YouTube Unified Artist channel. I would like to thank you in advance for any comments you may leave and for subscribing to the channel. Well, this blog will be in English, which is not my native language. For this reason, I have prepared subtitles in English, Italian, and French without relying on unverified machine translations. You can enable them by selecting CC. For those interested in what I produce, the website marcogalletti.net explains everything. Obviously, the goal of this blog is not to promote my music. It will be simply used as a demonstration medium. My goal is simply to share my experiences with the many independent artists who, in their home studios, face the same problems that I face every day. Over the years, I've consolidated some ideas and I'm developing a global workflow. I call it the whole flow. The precise application of which should allow me to optimize the way I create, produce, and distribute music. This opportunity to share experiences will certainly be invaluable for me and I hope also for those who, interested in these topics, will decide to participate. I want to emphasize a concept that's important for me, being an independent musician. Therefore, none of the videos you see on this blog will be sponsored in any way. Having sponsors is not my goal. This is also why your participation is important. Simply likes and subscription will help motivate me even more to continue in this direction. Your comments will also allow me to better tailor the content, making it, I hope, more interesting. The video clips that will be produced will focus on 5 topics that, in my personal opinion, represent the phases that independent music artists today must master if they want to make their ideas concrete and usable. A. The creation of musical objects. Well, I define a musical object as the primordial musical idea that is captured on a medium, the moment it manifests. In my personal experience, this is an idea that combines specific parameters: melody, harmony, rhythm, and sometimes sound and lyrics. However, every creator inevitably has their own way of conceiving a musical object, prioritizing certain elements while neglecting or even omitting others. What I want to share in this blog is not so much what and how to compose, as I am neither in a position to do so nor interested in it, but rather how to organize the creative phase. In some cases, I might inspire a good idea or simply stimulate a debate on this creative stage, which remains of fundamental importance and is an area where AI will hardly be of much help. B. Pre-production or artifact design. I define a musical artifact as any musical creation with a beginning and an end. In my methodology, after several failures, I decided never to start working on an artifact without first designing it accurately. Here, I will discuss the selection of musical objects that will be part of the artifact and their mutual organization. This leads to the precise design of the tempo track and signature track, including any planned changes. At the end of the pre-production phase, only the atmosphere of the artifact is clear. Reference tracks are selected for constant comparison from the very early stages. The output of pre-production is a clear structuring of the artifact, its duration, its expressive flow, the atmosphere it evokes, and the sounds that should inspire its creation. These decisions are not set in stone. Every phase can be revised based on the result of the next, but they provide a solid foundation for the following steps. C. Production and mixing. This topic will be the most content-rich, as the realization phase, which requires both artistic, creative, and technical skills, is by far the most complex and time-consuming. I want to immediately clarify a fundamental point. 3 years ago, I decided to produce music exclusively in immersive environments. For me, as a musician, the correct placement of sound in physical space is a vital creative parameter, just as important as the choice of melody, harmony, timbre, or rhythm. The stereo down mix is for me a subsequent step. I follow a reverse path compared to the current standard, where producers work in stereo and eventually specialize the content into an immersive remix only later. Today, however, technology allows us to work easily and directly in 3D space from the very beginning, provided one masters the tools. I hope this session dedicated to Dolby Atmos production becomes an innovative and engaging part of the blog. I've seen various videos on this relatively new topic, but it's still difficult to find effective ones that bridge the gap between creativity and technical execution. My examples will refer to Cubase Nuendo DAW, the only DAW that I use. Of course, once the fundamental concepts are understood, they can be replicated on any DAW you use. Mastering. Conversely, this topic will be quite technical. It is a very well established subject with plenty of information available online. The innovative aspect I want to cover, which I don't see yet efficiently covered on the web, is the mastering of immersive artifact in Dolby Atmos. Only very recently has technology provided us with tools specifically for this purpose. My goal is to share how to use them, since we are all effectively pioneers in this field. On the other hand, regarding stereo mastering, I would like to explore AI-based support tools, which, in my opinion, are a great example of how new technology can assist us rather than replace us. Delivery. In an era where tens of thousands of musical tracks are released every day, it is crucial to approach the distribution of one music systematically and effectively. Making it available on streaming platforms is only the starting point. The real challenge is how to get it noticed. Since I am luckily not a professional and do not depend on music for my livelihood, you won't find here advice on how to sell. There are already many resources online for that. This topic should instead be seen as a discussion on what to do next after an album's release. Social networks, a website with premium content, content production, clip, blog, song, live performances. I will produce these videos alongside my daily musical activities. In fact, they will reflect the very experiences I'm gaining in real time. For this reason, I won't be able to release clips at a rapid-fire pace. My initial goal is to publish one video every 2 months. If there is enough interest, I may increase the frequency to a maximum of 1 clip per month. I aim to create medium-length videos ranging from 20 to 30 minutes. As I said, since I'm not a native English speaker, all videos will be uploaded with the subtitles in English, Italian and French. The content will rotate through the 5 main topics mentioned earlier. A summary index will be kept up to date on the channel, providing clear links between each topic and its corresponding videos. Well, I hope to produce content that is genuinely interesting and, above all, to receive as much helpful feedback as possible, for which I thank you in advance. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you soon and enjoy.